percentage. In here, uh, at first I am going to introduce myself on the screen about myself over here. So class 5 subject mathematics, chapter 9, percentage, and this is the first class. And title of the lesson, basic of percentage. In this chapter, the main topic is simple interest, interest, principal, profit, loss, etc. So at first, percentage. What is meant by percentage? So percentage means actually it is one kind of ratio, and in here the denominator is 100, and numerator may be any number or any digit such as 1, 2, 3, 25, 28, 30, thousands, etc. But in here denominator is fixed, and that is 100. So when any number or digit are divided into 100, and this type of ratio is called percentage. From that we can differentiate it. The ratio is expressed as the fraction of 100 is called the percentage, and normally it is denoted using the percentage sign. For example, 2%, that means 2 by 100, 34%, that means 34 by 100, etc. And the basic topic of percentage, such as interest, simple interest, profit, loss, etc. In your textbook, there are about the main factors, and out of them are simple interest is notable. And at first, interest. What is the meaning of interest? And we know that interest in the mathematically language, interest mean profit. So but interest or simple interest may be two types. One is simple interest and another one is compound interest, but in your text is only simple interest. But when you will get into class 6, 7 or 8, then we will introduce about the compound interest. So not only compound interest, we are now going to talk about just simple interest. So what is simple interest? Simple interest mean when there are two types of sale cost, and one is cost and another one is sale price. So when is the purchase price or sale price is more than the cost price or purchase price, then it will be the interest. And this part is regarded as interest. And simple interest mean when any profit are gained from any substance for only 1 year. So from the text definition we can easily define that the amount of money to back in 1 year is called simple interest. So the money or something that are get back from any person or any institutions, that may be financial institutions, for only 1 year, that is called simple interest. But when the interest is increases by the time and time, I mean when the value, when the interest and the cost price will remain together, and when it is acts as the um, simple interest, then it will cause as the compound interest. But in the class of 5, it is not the matter of compound interest. We will just discuss about simple interest. And the second topic is principal. Now, what is principal? The principal means the basic money or the basic interest or basic wealth that is used for the gaining interest from 1 year, 2 year, etc. So the money borrowed or invested is called principal. Sometimes except of money, some things may be used for as principal. And the next topic is profit. What is profit? We know that in case there are two types of price, one another is selling price and another is cost price. So profit is occurred when the selling price is more than the cost price. With the profit equal to this equation is expressed by that profit equal to cost selling price minus cost price. So from this equation, it can be said easily that profit or loss is totally depends on the sale price. So loss, it is the vertically opposite of profit. So when the selling price is less than the cost price, then it is called loss. And loss and profit both are depend on selling price or cost price. When the selling price is less than the cost price, then it will be regarded as loss. When the selling price is more than the cost price, then it will the profit. It depend on just of profit. And there are a formula by which we can find the annual interest or principal or rate of interest, etc. And this equation is annual interest equal to principal multiplying annual interest rate by 100. And it can be expressed in the alphabetically that p equal to INR or I equal to PNR. So I here I mean annual interest P equal to principal, and N is the period or time in where the principal is used, and R the rate of interest. If the rate of interest is expressed by R by 100, so that equation is also is correct, that annual interest equal to principal into annual interest rate by 100. The next part is okay. I think that from the definition and you are quite accept the knowledge about the percentage. And now we're going to solve some mathematical problem regarding percentage. And there are six blank questions for you. And the first one is 25 liters are dash percent of 50 liters. And the second one is the dash kilogram are 20% of 120 kilograms. And the third question, 16 people are 32% of which people. And 12 per people is what percent of 20 people, and 150% of 30 taka is what taka. And the sixth question, 56% of which gram is 42 grams. If we are in the next session or next slide, yeah, short video clips are added for in where the first two questions are solved, and the rest, the four questions, is as homework for you. And after observing the solution, you will try to solve the remaining four questions. And for your confirmation, in here there are answer of six questions, and that are the answer of first will be 50, second 24, and the third answer will 50, and fourth question will 60, and 45, 450 and 75 for answer of 5 and 6 number questions. And the next session short video clips are added for you. If you observe these video clips, I think you will easily understand about the ways how can we find the problems relevant of percentage. So we will go the next clips, and there are a CQ for your practice. And the questions is, a mobile phone was sold at 3450 taka, that means 3450 taka, which with the profit of 15%. And we know that 15% mean the 50 taka is profited from 100 taka, and in here the time is only 1 year, and that is called the annual profit. So the questions, there are two questions, and each questions contain 4 marks. And the first one is, how much was the cost price of the mobile phone? At first, you have to understand that a mobile phone was sold at 3450 taka with the profit of 15%. So in here, the price is mentioned in the question. It is with of the profit 15%. So at first we have to find out the money that will be less from the given price as the 15%. So now we're going to try to solve this solution, question number one, and answer at first A of one number questions. And if the price of 100 taka, though there are profit of 15%, so according to the 15% profit, we know that if the cost price is 100 taka, then the sales price will 115. That means 100 plus 15 equal to 115 taka. And in these questions there are the selling price, that means 3450 taka is the selling price. So we can alter or vertically the lines, that we have to find out the cost price. If the selling price 115 taka, then the cost price is 100 taka. If the selling price is 1 taka, then the cost price is 100 by 115 taka. And the last one is, if the cost price, if the selling price is 300 450 taka, 3450 taka, then the cost price will be 100 multiplying 3450 divide 115 taka. And if we calculate that, then we get the 3000 taka, and 3000 taka is the cost price. And according to the questions, it is want that what is the cost price of the mobile phone. For your advantages or for your favor, I will back the line also. We have at first there are the questions, the cost price and selling price. In the passage or the given CQ, a mobile phone was sold at 3450 taka with the profit of 15. So at first you have to understand that it is a selling price, not a cost price, and the selling price that contain the profit of 15%. And we know that 15% profit mean uh, this profit is gained from 100 taka and per 1 year, per year. So if the cost price is 100 taka, then the selling price is 100 plus 15 equal to 115 taka. Though we have to find out the cost price, so we have to vertical this line or this information. So the selling price is 115 taka, then the cost price is 100 taka. If the selling price is 1 taka, then the cost price is 100 by 115 taka. And the mentioned selling price, if 3450 taka, then the cost price is 100 multiplying 3450 taka divide 115. And if we find out or calculate this line, then we'll get the price of 3000 taka. And so it is the cost price of the phone, and that is 3000 taka. So it is the cost price or answer of these questions, and that is 3000 taka. And now we're going to solve the second questions. The second question is, how much money will be selling price if the mobile phone is sold with the profit of 10%? And the first question was, or the stimulus was, it is the profit of 15%. But in the second question, what will be the selling price if the mobile phone is sold with the profit of 10%? We know that according to the profit 15%, the selling price is 3,450 taka. So if the selling price is 10% profit, then the selling if the profit is 10%, then the must selling price must be below 3,450 taka. So now we're going to calculate the price, the selling price, if the mobile phone is sold at the 10% profit. So at first the cost price is 100 taka. It is the basic principle or basic way to find out the selling or cost price. So if the price is or cost price is 100 taka, then the sale price according to the 10% profit, 10 plus 500, 10 plus 100 or 100 plus 10 equal to 110 taka. We have to in the term of second question, we have to find out the selling price. So this information is correct. We have to remain the cost price in left side and the selling price on the right side. We know that the purchase the price, that may be selling price or cost price, what is want in the questions, we have to stay right or left side. In the second question, it is one that the selling price, so we have to keep the selling price on the right side. So if the cost price is 100 taka, then the selling price is 110 taka. If the cost price is 1 taka, then the selling price is 110 divide 100 taka. And the cost price is 3,000 taka, and then the selling price 110 multiplying 3,000 by 100 taka. If we cutting the two zeros from denominator and numerator, then we will get the equation 3,300 taka. For here I can repeat it again. In the questions, that is want that what is the selling price of the mobile phone if the phone would is purchased is sell at 10% profit. So yeah, in the term of second questions, it is one that the price of the selling price of mobile phone. We know that if the selling price or cost price, what is which one is want, we have to keep the right side, that is want in the question. So in the term of second question, it is one that the selling price. So this information is correct, and we have to write that if the cost price is 100 taka, then the selling price is 110 taka. If the cost price is 1 taka, then the selling price is 110 divide 100 taka. And if the selling price is 3,000 taka, that is found in the previous questions answer, then the selling price will 110 multiplying 3,000 divide 100 taka, and that will 3,300 taka, and it is the answer of these questions. So in this way we can find out the percentage related any questions answer with this similar and very easy way. And I think that you will solve this type of questions at home by practicing yourself. So no more today. I will just give a homework for you, and it is also a CQ for you, and that is the homework for you, and there is a CQ for you. And the questions that a seller bought a pen at 30 taka and sold at 48 taka. So I think you are already known that it is in this term of the spaces, it is profit because bought is 10 and 30 and sold is 48 taka. So you have to find out the solution of two problems. And first one is what is the percentage of his profit and what will be the selling price if with the profit of 15%. So I think that you will solve within very short time. And I will give just one CQ for you because it is the first day for you. And I think all of you are very health and well and health and heart and health well. So I at last, in the term of in concluding or ending point, I just want to give some suggestions to you that you know that we are spending very critical time in our country, not only our country, over the world. So you should stay at home. And though our school is closed for a long days, so you should not stay at home. You should study also. And for your beneficial, we are trying to deliver some suggestions, some questions, and some topics or tips for you. I think you will obey this, and you will prepare yourselves for the coming exam. So thank you everybody. Thank you again.